Hey guys, so today we've got some fun stuff to do. I got to get my guns ready for a pig hunt. We're gonna do some shooting some pigs this next weekend, so I gotta go get the guns tuned. So I brought my Impact that I've converted it to a 25, shooting about 88 foot-pounds of energy, 86 to 88 foot-pounds of energy. So heavy slug hitter, it's a beast. So I'm excited to try and get that guy out in the field, because I have not shot a damn thing with it. So that's gonna be fun. So got that guy. I'm gonna pick up my dad's LCS. Actually, I'm going to my dad's, my parents' place. So I'm gonna borrow his LCS 30 cal full auto, badass. That's gonna be also taken on the pig hunt. So I kind of want to see how they both perform, and I'm gonna do a video for that. That's gonna be next weekend, and so that'll be fun. We'll see if we can get multiple pigs with semi and full auto. That'll be kind of exciting. But there's gonna be 3 of us. A buddy of mine invited me out to his property, and then I'm taking one of my first supporting customers with me. So he's gonna get to go out there with us, and we're gonna have a good time with it. But no, I'm not driving, and I'm not recording at the same time. So yeah, that's definitely me abiding by the law. I don't do that. So yeah, just word of advice, don't do that. Anyways, guys, we'll catch up here in a bit. I'm gonna pick up some food for my parents, and then we're gonna do some shooting, and I'll get it all on video for us. All right, see you in a bit. Hey guys, Rudy with Alamo Guns. We're just gonna do another cool video today. We're just nothing special. I'm tuning my Mark II for a hunt this weekend that I've got coming up, as I mentioned earlier in the other video. So today I'm just gonna make sure it's accurate. I've been doing some things with the barrel to see if it's gonna improve the accuracy on it for better range. But I'm shooting some heavy slugs today. Let me get some of those. I think they're Nielsen's. Okay. So we got Nielsen's 43.5 grain behemoths, just some big monster freaking slugs. So these are definitely way heavier than the pellets. The pellets are like 30. The heavies that I like to shoot out of my LCS, those are 33.95, so almost 34 grains. These things are just way bigger. So a little bit more energy out of this. I'm getting anywhere from 86 to 88 foot-pounds of energy out of my gun. The way it's currently set up, we're only on the letter B. You can see it's not really maxed out there, but it's pushing pretty heavy because it's originally, I bought this as a 35 caliber, so it's got the heavier hammer and already has the slug power kit installed because of the 35 setup. So that, and I think we're about 160 bar. Oh, 150 bar. That's actually way lower. Okay. I think I have a leak. I was troubleshooting it this morning, but it still might be leaking. But we'll double check that here as I get to shooting. But it should be about 160 bar the last I had it set. So some other things that I've done to it is that I've actually, in anticipation of FX's carbon fiber barrel liner that they're coming out with, I went ahead and 3D printed my own. So this is so this is a 3D print that I made. So I'm kind of testing it out. I mean, it's not carbon fiber, it's just a standard filament. So it's very snug on the barrel liner, and then from the barrel liner on the steel part of the tube, it fits pretty snug as well. So I don't know if it's gonna work with the harmonics or counterintuitive for the how it's going to work with it. But so we'll see how those shoot today, because I've got that inside this. The one thing I do like though is that this acts kind of as a spacer. When you put your barrel liner back in, the O-rings just kind of tend to float around, and so they can kind of stack up together. So as you push the barrel liner in, they could all be at the front end of the gun, and then this empty void over here has no support, so you kind of don't know where your O-rings are sitting at. And so with these, at least they give me the exact spacing that I need, because the O-rings won't go past this. So so I've got 3 of them in my gun, roughly set up at so I printed 2 out at 18 centimeters, so 18 centimeters and 18 centimeters, and then I've got a larger, I don't know, 24 centimeter one in the middle, because this is a total 700 millimeter barrel. So so I've got one in the middle, one in the front, one in the back, and so therefore I know my O-rings are more evenly spaced throughout the barrel. So whether it's helping for the rigidity on the barrel itself or not, at least I know the O-rings are better spaced. So I like that feature. So yeah, we're just gonna get some shots done. I'm gonna get my GoPro set up downrange, see how we're shooting, and then we'll push it out even further at the 90-yard mark and see how we're hitting over there, and we'll go from there. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we're ready to get started with some early shots, just at 50 yards, just to kind of see how our grouping's going. I hope you can hear me. My dad started weed eating. So I've got my FX chronograph. We'll check the speeds. Got my phone here. It's low on battery, but it should be enough. So we'll get that started. I've got the GoPro going over there, so you can see the grouping. And so I should have the camera, the video showing now below us, so we'll hopefully get that as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and see how we're doing at 50 yards, if I need to make any adjustments, and then further I've got a weight at about 104 yards, and we'll set up the GoPro for that. And even at 104 yards, hopefully we can get the sound of how hard that's hitting, because it's a steel plate that I've got out there, so that'll be fun. So okay, let's go ahead and check the grouping here, see how we're doing at 50 yards. So let's parallax in. Okay. Okay. 946 on the feet per second on that one. We'll go ahead and turn the volume up so we can hear the nice lady's voice. And so some of y'all might be wondering, like, well, why is he showcasing the 944? The Mark II. They don't even sell those no more. Well, that's what I've got. I had some M3s, they all sold, and I've got commitments for more M3s. We just kind of have a little bit of a shortage going on, so I haven't been able to pull one off the shelf for myself. I would love to have an M3, but as it stands right now, I just can't bring myself to take away from my customers. So you guys are coming first, so you guys will have your M3 before me, you lucky bastards. But I mean, that's what it's about, you know. I know I'll get mine eventually, and you know, hopefully FX can pick up some of the orders that I do have in place. I do have a lot of orders, as I've talked to many of you about. So hopefully we can get more orders in. But right now, I'm still stuck with my Mark II. But it's a beast, you know. This gun, it's going to be a classic. It's just not. It's never going to lose its punch, you know. It's still a great gun. It's a good grouping. So yeah, I mean, I would love to increase the power plenum on this. I do have some power plenums, the 72cc power plenums on order. So if you guys want to upgrade your power plenum, we'll have that. That I will snatch one up for myself before I sell them all, because that would be nice. I think that really alone separates, really the biggest feature that separates the Mark II from the M3 is the power plenum. I'm not really too concerned about the dual regulators personally. It seems cool. I love the idea of it. I'm not sold on it, but you know, it's nice that it has it. And as far as the adjustability, I mean, most guys, when you buy an Impact, you kind of have it set up the way you like it. You're not going to do too much tuning after that, you know. So it's nice that it does have the external tunability, and so I guess that will open up doors for guys that do want to change calibers more, which would be nice, because yeah, it is kind of a, you know, time consuming to, with this setup, to retune the rifle. So probably with the new tuning setup, yeah, you might find yourself actually buying more barrel kits for that fact, because you can easily go back to the numbers that you had.
$946.
And then, you know, swap out your calibers. So the grouping is really tight. We're at 946. That's roughly, foot-pounds of energy wise, that is roughly 86.5 foot-pounds of energy out of this 25 caliber. So I've got mine juiced up a little bit. As I said, my reg is sitting at, okay, so it's right midway of 150. I'm not sure if you guys can make sense of that, but it's right in the middle of that 150 mark. So I thought it was at 160. Although, like I said, I did have a leak out of my rear gauge here, so I did tighten that up. Maybe that's restricting some of the airflow. I don't know. Some other things I have 3D printed, guys. As you saw my LCS video, I did the 3D printing on that. I've 3D printed these caps here, so if you're losing or breaking your caps, come to us. We'll go ahead and print you one. I'm selling them for like $4. So, and I've got different colors. This one, it kind of matches the bronze. It's a little bit lighter, but it's cool. So yeah, another nice little setup I've got here. You might notice the tripod that I've got. I bought this at B&H Photo. So I don't have a lineup on these, but if you've got the Arca Swiss Row, you've got to have something nice like this. You really do. I mean, you quickly adjust this right here, and then now I can play with the ball bearing on it. You know, like it can float on that. Strap it down once I've got my position that I like, and it just floats. I mean, it just glides on this thing. It's nice. But aside from that, I'm a no frills kind of guy. You know, I don't have the nice buttstock by Donnie. I'm tempted to put one on there because I really do like the way it feels. I've used it on a couple of other rifles. But I do have the Arca Swiss rail set up back here for this deal. And then even if you've got a Picatinny rail like the LCS, Donnie makes a nice adapter for the Picatinny to have an Arca Swiss adapter. So I put that on my LCS just like yesterday. So that's kind of nice too. But anyway, so yeah, going back to why I don't have an M3. We need more for sure from our supplier, and we can definitely pull one off the shelf for myself, and I can do a video on that one. But right now my customers are coming first. Okay, so that's 50 yards. You can see by the camera, the GoPro, the grouping's tight. I think this is being pretty effective. If not for helping with the harmonics on the barrel, it's at least helping with the spacing of the O-rings. That's my dad. Say hi, Dad. Anyway, so this, if anything, it's helping on the spacing of the O-rings, which in my mind helps on the harmonics alone. I'm not sure if the rigidity of this tube, because this thing fits snug on the barrel liner, so it could be helping, might not, I don't know, but it's not hurting it, because that accuracy is pretty good for 50 yards. I'm not complaining. So let's go ahead and test out the 105 yard plate out there. I gotta move the GoPro, so we'll get that set up, and then you guys can check that out. Let's see. Okay, so this 10 pound steel plate is sitting at about 104 yards, 105 yards from our shooting spot. So we're out here in Blair Witch territory, as you can see. So hopefully we don't come into any trouble. So okay, so 10 pound weight, we're gonna hit it with the 25 cal. We'll see how much it drops. I actually haven't even tested the drop on this yet, so I'm gonna guess first and then just try and keep the grouping and see how good it groups with the same distance, same range, everything. So okay, so we've got the GoPro footage running, and let's take our first shot. Let's see how bad this goes. Another thing I forgot to mention actually is that inside here I did try the heavy slug liner, and I feel like it actually the performance did not improve. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with the heavy liner, but the other, there's two sides to that. So the accuracy seems to have gone a little sideways, a little wonky, so I didn't like it. Maybe I didn't test it enough, but the last video, or the last time I tried, it was getting kind of dark, so I was kind of rushing it. So I didn't really get to sit and test it thoroughly enough. But the one thing that I do know for a fact is that when I tested the speeds, it slowed down these slugs, the 37.5 or 38.5 and the 43.5, like by 40 feet per second. And so I didn't like that. So right now I'm running the superior liner and with the heavy slugs, and it's performing pretty darn good. So I'm impressed with it. For the superior liner shooting slugs, the standard superior liner, so I'm not even using the heavy liner. So something to keep in mind when you guys are, you know, coming in looking for the heavy liners, whether they're going to be actually a good fit for you, because for me it did not seem to work out. Wow. Okay. So hopefully the GoPro's catching like that energy, because it moved it. So it moved 10 pounds, but the drop, the windage, perfect. It did not go left or right, it dropped. So I see where it's impacting. Let's see if I keep. Oh, okay, so we shot a little bit to the right there. Where am I at? Oh, there. I think I missed it altogether there. Okay, so I think it's hitting slightly to the right.
Not hitting the center?
No.
It didn't look like it moved.
I think I hit it in the hole.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So the grouping, well, you guys can see, it's okay. For 100 yards, it's okay. Guess it could be better. Oh, that clipped it. Okay. Where's my reg at? So the reg increased actually. It's up on the other side of the 150 now. on the B.
What are you getting for speed?
Speed. Well, we were getting 960-ish. Should still be 960, but if the reg went up, let's see if the speeds went up. Feet per second. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it didn't read it. That was on point though. That was a good shot.
$956.
956. So I'm comfortable with that speed.
$953. $951.
That one I didn't hit the plate. I was aiming low on the plate, at the bottom of it.
$965.
Picked up speed on that one. I'm shooting kind of low now.
$949.
Let's see.
$951.
Okay, that was pretty close to where I was aiming. Yeah,
44.
that one hit where I was aiming. It's a little to the right. Let's see, which direction's the wind?
Coming to the south,
Left to right. So wind's coming this way a little bit.
right to left.
Right to left.
$951.
Okay. Read the wind on that one. That was actually a good shot.
$946.
That one didn't have any windage. That was good. Okay.
$949.
That's it. Wow. Okay, well. So 950 to 960 is pretty accurate. And we're shooting with the superior liner with my little sleeve. I'm not sure if that's benefiting it or not. But yeah. At about 160 bar or 150 bar. Yeah, see it increased a little bit, so we're at about 155 or 160 bar now. So that increased a little bit. And we are at still, so I've got a full magazine out of that, and we're at still 170 bar on the tank. So with it juiced up to about 88 foot-pounds of energy, 86 foot-pounds I think. Yeah, 87, 86 and a half. So 87 foot-pounds of energy, we can at least get a full magazine. So that's not too bad. So I think it's ready. Alright guys, that was it for this video. It was just fun tuning, shooting, and with my Mark II. Hopefully we'll get an M3 in the shop that I can eventually claim for myself, and we'll do a video of that for sure. But as it stands right now, my guns are going straight to my customers before I get mine, so that'll be that. But anyways, my outfit right here, I've got a Hawk Optics, so we do have Hawk Optics in the store. If you are interested in the barrel liner, we can probably set you up with that as well. And then of course the 3D prints for these, if you guys are breaking yours, we've got those for $4. And so yeah, aside from that, guys, come by and check us out. Alamo Guns, 2424 Freedom Drive, and we're there Tuesday through Saturday, so look us up. All right, we'll see you around.